On. Hello, hello. Hey everyone. So I wanted to bring you a updated video since it's been basically 4 weeks. So things that have changed since the last video. Obviously, there was a ton of new content that was added as far as monsters go, quests, and there's just a bunch of different areas that are populated. I went ahead and I revamped the entire combat system, so auto attack, things like that should feel better. The move to attacking is still, an area of contention, but it's getting better. We also have a bunch of new loot profiles for different monsters. Couple of big things that I added since the last video, which we're still testing out and you can try out on the public emulator, is AoE attacks. So attacks that actually do area damage can now be used and you can see their effects. So for example, if I train up explosion here, you'll be able to see that with if I can get monsters near each other. I will try and show you that. And I also fixed some things under the hood with effects. We still have, a lot of effects that don't work, but it's getting better and we're making progress. Let's see, and get just explosion here because this is the most visually obvious one. Let's see if I can find two guys, or at least bring two of them together. Let's see, what do we have here? Got two Ermin here. I also went ahead and updated some calculations with damage and weapons, and because I redid the auto attack, a lot of the features for that, how the whole system works, should be greatly improved. There are some funny little quirks that I still got to work out. For example, if you equip the Lugian missile, the mauls, if you throw it, sometimes you'll throw with your offhand even if you don't have an offhand equipped, and so you'll do like 0 damage. So yeah, there's some little quirks like that that gotta fix. Let's see, there you go. I'm not quite sure why this guy didn't get hit. He might have evaded. But you see there. Or perhaps this only has a maximum of 2 targets that I can hit. Let me see. Is there a max limit on how many? No, doesn't look like it. So, yeah. We had some pet issues, so I went ahead and reactivated them. There's a lot of things with pets that are still not, where they should be because it just takes time to sort those things out. And I was redoing the whole combat system and fixing a lot of little bugs here, and that's just a really big task. So, some of the things with the combat system, let me see, I gotta go out of range so you can see this, but like you'll move to, and then yeah, and of course it was interrupted. So again, that's kind of getting that whole thing sorted out. But the thing is here now is you'll actually go into auto attack if you're within range after you use a special attack. So you see here, I just started auto attacking automatically. And yeah, that guitar has a string error for its description. That's just things to do with the DATs under the hood. Some of the things with the pets that are still broken is, for example, you can summon multiple of the same pet, because I'm not really putting a cap right now on that kind of stuff, so I should be able to summon another taunt orb here. Okay, well, a dagger orb, but yeah, you get the picture. So, and a lot of the pets don't have their stats because we simply don't have that information. There's the invoker pets that I do need to add, and then there's the lasher that I need to add because we have those. But Shreth, Beetle, Taunt Orbs, Hero Pets, Volcano, Thunderstorm, like all these, Sandstone, Goliath, and all that, we don't have those things. So they might be there. I gotta dig around for them, but haven't seen them easily. Let's see, I want to show you guys some other area that has, we've already been there, but there's actually monsters on Amishan as well. Let me see if there's anything here around the Tutu vault. I don't know. I'm not the one that's putting in the data, so it's nice to have help with that. And then that's the same thing with the loot. Got help with that now. So that's really nice. And then obviously with quests as well. So maybe there's not anything over here. let me see. The other feature that I want to show you guys, which is a big deal, so I'll show you shortly if I can find something. Okay, there might not be anything here. I wish I remembered where the Fett's incursion was, because I know that area is populated. I just don't remember where it was at. It's been so long. I feel like when I would look for it on the map, it was like always way up here maybe or something. I feel like it was in this area, sort of. Nadaru, maybe? Let's try that. 64.9 east. Oops. Let's get over here. Okay, well there is a boar in here. He's like, I think he said Tumrock, which is not correct at all. Let's go ahead and, oh boy, he's a group mob. Ah, no wonder. Okay, I'm just gonna kill him with my little cheat command right now, because I do want to show you guys something and I don't want to die. Okay, he did. Alright, he may drop something, may not, I don't know, because I don't know what all has loot. But check this out. You butchered 8 units of hide from the corpse of Myrmidon. Myrmidonborn. Okay, so a little bit of a text thing there, haha, very funny. But you actually do get the resources. So as you see here, I was working on butchering, so you can see I've got some stuff I've been butchering. So here are some of the resources. We just got 8 units of hide, which is here, and I already had some hide. If you go to quantity, I've got 48 right now. And the cool thing is I'm getting experience. See, available craft XP and cost to raise for surveying. But if I go to butchering here, available craft XP is 9, cost to raise is 1. Now, can't raise skills at the moment because that's a little bit more logic that I have to implement under the hood. But, I mean, this is really cool, right? And so the other thing too that I do want to get working in the near future is I would like the tools that we make to give bonuses, because right now the way I got my tool was I went down to tools and I went to starter tools and I made a tool here, right? The resource tools, I think a hunting knife, yeah, it takes wood, right? And surveying isn't working at the moment, so this is going to be a little hard to make. You could give yourself some wood, I suppose, if you knew what the code was. But the problem is, even if you did make it, we actually don't provide any bonuses right now to your amount of resources you get back. So you might as well just use a crude hunting knife, and the crude hunting knife only gives you +1. So, But anyways, you can start collecting resources, and when you run into quests like the Drudge Kadra quest, or Kadra, or Kadar, or I don't know, however you want to call it. By the way, I found the fetish spawn. There he is. We just got to find the bound one for the quest. It will give you the quest, by the way. Let me see where it's at, if we can find it. Now the thing is, that's another thing with our spawn system we got to set up. Got to make it so that the bound spawn can spawn randomly in one of these coordinates. And then maybe we should have like a maximum limit. The Dire Hunter. Ooh, what's he do? He does something for, he increments the quest Shinoko bound. Oh, I guess he's part of some sort of quest, this Shinoko quest. I don't know if we're going to find a bound, but we'll try really quickly, because I do want to show you guys that. And as far as the knack sequence errors and the frequent disconnects people get, unfortunately, I still do not have an ETA on that for you guys. I know I feel like a politician, constantly promising something and never, bringing it to pass. So, but unfortunately, I do not have the skills to fix that. It's a very complicated issue, and it's taking someone much more talented than myself, and that person does it in their free time. So it's just not, something that's happening quickly. But hopefully it will happen in the near future, because I would like us all to be able to kind of hop on the server together and enjoy it, enjoy the gameplay. And once we can get stable connections, we can start, thinking about things like fellowships and allegiances and stuff like that. But that's a little bit of a ways off because obviously everything combat affects crafting like this. There's a lot of, we have very basic systems in place, and as you can tell, you need a lot more to flesh them out. So, you know, and I think before, if ever I were to have to tackle fellowships and allegiances, I'd want to get surveying working because I'm really close to getting it working. The problem is I just don't have a way to detect the ground floor when I spawn a vein on the map. And so it could easily spawn in the sky or under the world, and I really don't want that to be happening. So, yeah. All right, well, it looks like I'm not able to find this bound fetish guy. But yeah, so that's kind of the big updates. Linvac right now doesn't have anything in it. I think the vaults on Amishan are populated. The problem is if you go to the shard room, then when you use the shard, it will crash your client because we don't have the video stuff set up for those yet because that has to be hooked up on the back end, and I haven't done it. And there were a bunch of other bugs too that were fixed. Like, for example, people were dropping their quest items and then getting stuck because they can't pick up the quest item because they need to be on a certain part of the quest, and they get kind of stuck. So we just made it so you can't drop those. And yeah, let's see, here's a fetish spawn, there's a fetish spawn. I'm gonna run into a bound one, there's a fetish one. There's a hunter. Yeah, well, I could be looking for this for a while. There's supposed to, I'm fairly certain there is at least one, because yeah, I know that. Okay, all right, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope this was an exciting update for you. And if you want exact details on all of the changes that have happened and everything I forgot to mention, little bug fixes and stuff, or improvements, you can always check the Discord on the server update status. I try and write semi-decent patch notes, but I sort of just wing it too, based on what I can remember, and I do a lot of different things, as you can tell. I'm sort of all over the place. All right, cool. I will see you guys in Dareth. All right, bye.